Once upon a time, nestled at the edge of a deep green forest, lived a sweet little girl. Everyone in her village adored her, but no one loved her more than her grandmother, who had made her a beautiful little riding hood of scarlet velvet. The girl wore it everywhere she went, and so everyone simply called her Little Red Riding Hood. One morning her mother called to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, your grandmother is feeling unwell. I've packed a basket with some cake and a bottle of juice. Please take it to her. But be careful. Stay on the path and don't talk to any strangers." Little Red Riding Hood promised she would. She kissed her mother goodbye, took the heavy basket, and set off into the woods. The forest was a magical place, full of sunbeams dancing through the leaves and birds singing sweet melodies. As she walked, Little Red Riding Hood spotted some beautiful wild flowers just off the path. Oh, Grandma would love a bouquet, she thought. Forgetting her mother's warning, she skipped off the path to pick them. Deeper and deeper into the woods she went, chasing the prettiest blossoms. Suddenly, a voice startled her. "Good morning, little girl. Where are you off to so early?" Standing before her was a large wolf with clever, shining eyes. She didn't know what a wicked creature he was, so she wasn't afraid. "I'm going to my grandmother's house," she replied cheerfully. "She's not feeling well, and I'm bringing her cake and juice." "And where does your grandmother live?" the wolf asked, his voice smooth as silk. "Just a little further through the woods," she explained, "under the 3 big oak trees, the house with the hazel bushes out front." The wolf's mind raced. He thought, what a tender young thing. She'll be even tastier than the old woman. I must be clever to catch them both. He walked alongside her for a bit and said, "Look at all the pretty flowers around you. Why don't you look around and listen to the birds sing? You're walking as if you're going to school." Little Red Riding Hood looked up and saw the sunbeams filtering through the trees and the colorful flowers everywhere. She decided the wolf was right and strayed even further from the path, gathering a huge bouquet. While she was busy picking flowers, the clever wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house and knocked on the door. "Who's there?" called the grandmother. "It's Little Red Riding Hood," the wolf replied, pitching his voice high. "I've brought you cake and juice. Open the door." The grandmother, too weak to get up, called out, "Just lift the latch, my dear. I'm in bed." The wolf lifted the latch. The door swung open, and without a single word, he went straight to the grandmother's bed and swallowed her whole. Then he put on her nightgown and cap, drew the bed curtains, and lay down to wait for Little Red Riding Hood. When Little Red Riding Hood finally arrived with her arms full of flowers, she was surprised to find the door wide open. As she stepped inside, everything felt strange and quiet. She went to the bed and pulled back the curtains. There lay her grandmother, but she looked very peculiar. "Oh, grandmother," she said, "what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear," the wolf replied. "And grandmother, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my dear. But grandmother, what big hands you have." "All the better to hug you with, my dear. Oh, but grandmother, what a terribly big mouth you have. All the better to eat you with. And with that, the wolf leaped out of bed and swallowed poor Little Red Riding Hood in one gulp. With his belly full, the wolf climbed back into bed, fell fast asleep, and began to snore very loudly. A woodsman who was passing by heard the snores and thought, "My, how the old woman is snoring. I should check on her." He went inside and saw the wolf lying in the bed. "So, it's you I've been hunting for, you old sinner," he exclaimed. He was about to take aim when he realized the wolf might have eaten the grandmother. So instead of shooting, he took a pair of scissors and began to snip open the sleeping wolf's belly. After just a few snips, he saw the little red hood peeking out. He snipped a little more, and out jumped Little Red Riding Hood, crying. Oh, it was so dark inside the wolf. And then the grandmother came out too, alive, but very weak. Little Red Riding Hood quickly fetched some large heavy stones. They filled the wolf's belly with them, and when he woke up and tried to run away, the stones were so heavy that he fell down and didn't get up again. The three of them were overjoyed. The woodsman took the wolf's pelt, the grandmother ate the cake and drank the juice, and Little Red Riding Hood thought to herself, "As long as I live, I will never again stray from the path when my mother has told me not to." And from that day on, she always remembered her promise.